Good morning, children. Welcome to today's section. Children, now our plus 2 portions are over. So today let's discuss one sample question paper. Okay, and also discuss the question paper pattern and marking scheme. Okay, see, this is our mark distribution for the modules 1, 2 and 3. Okay, for first module, computation, thinking and programming. Okay, theory marks is 40. Then computer networks 10 marks, database management 20 marks. Okay, total marks is 70. Okay, the remaining 30 for your practical. Okay, children. So out of this 70, major marks is from our first unit, computation, thinking and programming. Okay, so let's move with our sample question paper. Okay, see the instructions. This question paper contains 2 parts A and B. Each part is compulsory. Both part A and B have choices. Part A has 2 sections. Section 1 is short answer questions to be answered in 1 word or 1 line. Section B has 2 case studies questions. Each case study has 4 case-based subparts. An examinee is to attempt any 4 out of 5 subparts. Then part B is descriptive paper. Part B has 3 sections. Section 1 is short answer questions of 2 marks each, in which 2 questions have internal options. Section 2 is long answer questions of 3 marks each, in which 2 questions have internal options. Okay. Then section 3 is very long answer questions of 5 marks each, in which 1 question has internal option. And all programming questions are to be answered using Python language only. Okay, this is our question paper pattern. Okay, 3 sections. Okay, part A and part B. Okay, part A has 2 sections and part B has 3 sections. Okay, children, so let's move with the questions. See, part A, section 1. Select the most appropriate option out of the options given for each question. Attempt any 15 questions from question number 1 to 21. Okay, see the first question. Find the invalid identifier from the following. My name, true. Second name, my name. Then what is the answer? Yes, true and the second name. Okay, true is not an identifier, true is a keyword. And second name, what happened to second name? Yes, this one is started with a number. So it is not an identifier. It's not a valid identifier. Okay, that is identifiers are sequence of letters, numbers, then which one? Special character underscore. Okay. Then one thing that identifier should start with a character. Okay, should start with a letter. So the second question, given the list L is equal to 1, 3, 6, 82, 5, 7, 11, 92. Write the output of print L of 2:5. Okay, so this statement will give the output from 2 to 5. Here only start value and stop value, no step value. Okay, so it will give the output from 2nd position to 5th position. 2nd position included but 5th position not included. So the output will be 6, 82 and 5. Okay, 0, 1, 2. 6 is in 2nd position. Then 3, 4, 5. 7 is in 5th position. Okay, so here you can give the output as 6, 82, 5. Next one, write the full form of CSV. Okay, full form is comma separated value. Then question number 4, identify the valid arithmetic operator in Python from the following. Okay, here question mark, less than, then double star and. Okay, from this double star is the valid arithmetic operator. Okay, which are the different arithmetic operators? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus and this double stop. Okay, this one is used for exponentiation. Okay, then question number 5. Suppose a tuple P is declared as T is equal to 10, 12, 43, 39. Which of the following is incorrect? So first one, print T of 1, then T of 2 is equal to minus 29, print max of T, then print ln of T. Okay, from the T of 2 is equal to minus 29 is wrong. Okay, because tuple is immutable. Okay, we can't change the value. Okay, mutable means we can change the value. Immutable means we cannot change the value. So this one is a invalid statement. Okay, or incorrect statement. See question number 6. Write a statement in Python to declare a dictionary whose values are 1, 2, 3 and values are Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. Okay, here keys are 1, 2, 3 and values are Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday respectively. So you can write down this equal to in curly braces. Okay, dictionary always start in curly braces, then open curly brace, write 1, then colon, then in single quotes or double quotes write Monday, then put comma, then write 2, colon, then in quotes Tuesday, comma, 3, colon, in quotes Wednesday, then close the brace. Okay, so this one is also one more question. Next one, a tuple is declared as T is equal to 2, 5, 6, 9, 8. Then what will be the value of sum of T? Okay, the sum of T will find the sum of all the elements. So here it will add all these numbers. Okay, 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 9, 22, 22 plus 8, 13. So your answer will be 13. The next question. Name the built-in mathematical function or method that is used to return an absolute value of a number. Okay, to return an absolute value, you can use the function ABS, abs. Okay, ABS. So ABS is a function to return absolute value of a number. Then question number 9. Name the protocol that is used to send emails. Okay, then the protocol is SMTP. Okay, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Then question number 10. Your friend Regina complains that somebody has created a fake profile on Facebook and defaming her character with abusive comments and pictures. Identify the type of cybercrime for these situations. Okay, the answer is cyber stalking. Okay, then question number 11. In SQL, name the clause that is used to display the tuples in ascending order of an attribute. Okay, to display ascending order of an attribute. So we can use order by clause to display in ascending order. Okay, you can specify either ascending or descending. If you didn't specify any, which one is ascending or descending, then the values will be printed as or displayed as ascending. Okay, so if you specify the order that is descending, then the elements will be displayed in descending order. Okay, so order by is the answer. Okay, for question number 11, order by is the answer. Then see question number 12. In SQL, what is the use of is null operator? The is null operator is used to check if the column has null value or not. Okay, just to check whether that field contains null value or not. Okay, that is the use of is null operator. Then question number 13. Write any one aggregate function used in SQL. Okay, any one aggregate function used in SQL. Okay, the different aggregate functions are sum, AVG, count, max and min. Sum is used to find sum of the elements. Then AVG is used to find average. Count to find the number of elements. then max to find the maximum value and min to find the minimum value. Next one, which of the following is DDL command? Okay, here 4 options: select, alter, insert and update. DDL means data definition language. Okay, that is the commands that allow you to perform tasks related to data definition. Okay, it may be creating, altering and dropping, the granting and revoking privileges and roles, and maintenance commands. Okay, from our choice, the right answer is alter. Okay, alter is the right answer. Then question number 15, name the transmission media best suitable for connecting to hilly areas. Okay, to connecting to hilly areas. So the right answer is microwave or radio wave. Okay, that is the right answer. Then question number 16, identify the valid declaration of L. So L is given, L is equal to MOM 23 hello 60, 5. Okay, here dictionary, string, tuple and lister. We already know to declare dictionary. Dictionary always declared in between or right in between curly braces. So it is not a dictionary and it is not a string and it is not a tuple. Okay, tuple will be defined in between parentheses. So this is an answer for list. Okay, question number 16 answer is list. Then question number 17. If the following code is executed, what will be the output of the following code? Name is equal to computer science with Python. Okay, then print the name of 3:10. Okay, so this statement will print the characters from the position 3 to 10. Okay, here 0, 1, 2, 3. P is the third position. Okay, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so the answer will be computer SCI. Okay, it is question number 17. Okay, so the answer will be PUTERSC. Okay, not computer. PU. P is the third position and I is the 10th position. From 3rd to 9 will be displayed. So the answer will be PUTERSC. Then question number 18. In SQL, write the query to display the list of tables stored in a database. Okay, to display the list of tables stored in a database. Okay, so you can use the statement show table. Okay, so when you have to show the structure, you can use describe. Okay, you can use describe keyword to show the structure. Okay, describe EMP. Okay, for that you can use DESC. Okay, RAB. Okay, RAB. If you want, you can include RAB, otherwise you can omit. Okay, that will return the structure of a database. Okay, to show the tables, the keyword is show tables. Question number 19. Write the expanded form of Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi means wireless fidelity. Okay, then question number 20. Which of the following types of table constraints will prevent the entry of duplicate rows? Okay, unique, distinct, primary key and null. Okay, from the primary key is the right answer because primary key is a unique key. Okay, that uniquely identify the rows. Okay, then last question from section A. Rearrange the following items in increasing order of data transfer rates: GBPS, MBPS, TBPS, KBPS and BPS. From there, you can rearrange first it as BPS, then kilobits per second. Okay, first bits per second, kilobits per second, megabits per second, gigabits per second and gigabits per second. So this is the order. Okay, children. So now we covered section A. So you all have to copy all the questions. Okay, and also you can select this type of questions from your textbook. Okay, maximum questions you can study from your textbook. Okay, see you again with section 2. Okay, children.